United States turn upside down as there are 40 mass shootings this month already in the States. This is Undiluted News, Mikey Bones reporting. In America, within 44 hours, there have been three large-scale shootings. 19 lives were lost, and all of those were in California. The victims who were celebrating the Lunar New Year on Saturday night at a dance studio in the Center of City's Asian American community. They all range in age from 57 to 76 and live in the suburb of Monterey Park. The thing is, after shooting 20 people and killing 10 persons, the shooter went to another dance studio some miles away and was about to kill some more people, but the instructor met him at the door and wrestled the gun and took it away from him and run him away, not knowing that he had just killed 10 persons. The shooter, 72-year-old Hugh Chantran, was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound inside a white van about 30 miles away. Then it occurred once again. Another 7 persons were shot dead on Monday afternoon in a little beach town in Northern California before authorities announced all of the names for the day before. The victims were all foreign workers who toiled on a mushroom farm, some of whom also resided in trailers and mobile homes. Chun Liza, 66-year-old, he was arrested by police in front of a police station sitting in a car. I don't know, maybe he was planning to shoot up the police station as well. Then, once more, a third mass shooting took place, this time in Oakland. 1 person was killed, 7 others were wounded and hospitalized in stable condition, police said. Up to 50 people were out filming a music video when gunfire broke out from multiple shooters in various directions, said the city's acting police chief Darren Allison. And it was a targeted shooting, and investigators are now looking into the possibility of a gang or group connection with this incident. And as of the 1st of January, there have already been 40 mass shootings in the U.S. this year. In Jamaica, the Offenses Against Persons Act has been recommended for revision by the government to raise the minimum sentence for murder. The sentence for non-capital murder would now include a 40-year minimum term before being eligible for parole, up from the current 15-year minimum. For capital murder, Mr. Chuck said the proposal is to increase the mandatory minimum sentence to be served before being eligible for parole from 20 years to 50 years. He claimed that by keeping some judicial discretion, these amendments would guarantee that the prospective penalty fits the seriousness and gravity of the offense while remaining within the realms of constitutionality. And as they work to stop violence in the parish of Manchester, the Manchester police said they may once more use extra operations like the curfew that they had in recent times. And due to recent murders and worries about potential retaliation, the central Manchester neighborhoods of Land Settlement, Comfort, and Broadleaf were subject to curfew over the weekend. And according to him, the Joint Anti-Gang Task Force and the Specialized Operations Sections have set up shop in the parish and have begun conducting targeted operations targeting people of interest in a number of communities. And we're talking about Manchester. Manchester was the most peaceful and sophisticated parish in Jamaica with hardly any murders. Now it has become gangland. And following the incident in the Ocherius jail on January 19, 5 men have been charged with assault causing great bodily harm and unlawful wounding. They were shown in a video assaulting another prisoner. Dejaro Taylor, also known as Dusso, 33-year-old Dale Douglas, Tajar Lynch, 20, are all from St. Anne. Tione Flemings, 21, of Islington St. Mary, and Richard Jackson, 23, of Hart Street, Kingston, are the other 2 males accused in connection with the event. And according to reports, an argument developed between the men between 8 o'clock and 9 p.m. during which a prisoner was assaulted, and he was taken to hospital for treatment but is now back in police custody. A man is dead and a suspect is being sought by the police following the shooting death of a resident of Mount Hydemouth in Clarendon. Selvin Dunkley, 58, a farmer from the otherwise peaceful rural village, has been identified as the deceased. On Monday night at 9:15 p.m., residents reported hearing loud explosions that sounded like gunshots. Residents then found Dunkley's lifeless body Tuesday morning at about 6:30, and they called the police. Dunkley's body was discovered in a yard next to his home, and he had head and neck injuries from gunshot wounds. Dunkley was declared dead after being taken to the Maypen Hospital. Meanwhile, a retired policeman is said to have committed suicide on Tuesday afternoon at his house in Wellington Heights in St. Andrew. He has been identified as Deputy Superintendent of Police Lloyd Anthony Wilson, also known as Willow, and Pacha Gray. Wilson and other family members were reportedly home when they heard an explosion in the upstairs bedroom. When the police were called, they discovered the bedroom door was locked. Wilson was found in the bathroom with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to the center of his forehead. Meanwhile, an irate mob stormed onto the grounds of Belmont Academy in Westmoreland on Monday in search of a driver whom they accuse of running over an elderly woman in the neighborhood, reportedly leaving students and teachers traumatized. Reports are that the man took refuge on the school grounds, which was just a few meters from the accident site, in an effort to escape a mob of men who were armed with machete and fish gun ready to kill him. A shirtless man thought to be the driver was seen on the second floor of the school in front of teachers in a video going viral on social media. Senior Superintendent of Police Wayne Joseph said that the driver of the vehicle was later rescued by the police, who took him safely into custody. On to sports, Chris Williams, the chairman of the Professional Football Jamaica Limited, is requesting that the Jamaica Football Federation reduce the number of clubs in the Jamaica Premier League from 14 to 10, claiming that the current configuration is negatively impacting the product's commercial viability. Chapelton Maroons, absent from Sunday's match against Mount Pleasant, brought attention to the National Football League's precarious position in maintaining its professional status. And just last week, the chairman of that club, Chapelton Maroons, fired their coach, Lenward Hyde, who happens to be one of the most successful coaches, and it seems as if the players did not turn up to play for the team in protest that their coach was fired. Meanwhile, Reggae Boys defender Damian Lowe has joined national captain Andre Blake at last season's beaten MLS finalist Philadelphia Union in the United States Major League. The 29-year-old completed the move yesterday after spending 1 year at David Beckham's owned Inter Miami FC. Lowe made 28 appearances for Inter Miami last season, where he scored once, and he has now earned 50 caps for the Reggae Boys team. Over in Montego Bay, Flanker FC and Cambridge FC are on the verge of confirming their place in the final of the St. James FA Major League as they take one goal lead into today's return leg semi-final against Granville United and Reggae Youths respectively. In last weekend's first leg semi-final game, Flanker FC held off Granville 2-1 at Sam Sharp Teachers College, while Cambridge FC upset Reggae Youths 3-2 as Wade Daly scored a hat-trick. Today, Flanker FC will host Granville at Flanker, while Cambridge FC and Reggae Youths will meet at the UDC Field, and both games are set to kick off at 3 p.m. And don't forget that if you ever miss the news on this radio station, just go to YouTube and type in Jamaican Undiluted News. You listen, you like, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell that as soon as we upload, you'll be the first to get it. And that's going to be news and sports on your favorite radio station. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I gone.